Hello and welcome back to another episode. As you can see, as we are back here on the overworld, I have put some time and put a fence around our start of our main base so we can keep the zombies out, so I don't have to kill them every time I exit the door and light it all up. And if you notice, a good quality of sound this time means that I actually managed to upgrade my microphone. I hope this sound is much better to your likings and your ears, of course. I wanna show you how productive was our fishing farm. Of course, I already emptied all of these chests here. And this is all what we've got from the fishing farm. In these chests I have the fish, which is raw salmon and clownfish, a bunch of raw fish, which the chest filled up and I started throwing them out, and a bunch of puffer fish in here. These are for it's nothing here, it's just dirt and emptiness. And these are all the other things we'll be fishing up: name tags, lily pads, tripwire hooks, some rotten flesh, some leather, some minor stuff like inks. We were getting a lot of saddles and water bottles. I got some of them, but then started throwing them out. A bunch of enchanted rods and bows, which I also kept on throwing out, and a lot of enchanting books. And by mean of a lot, I mean a lot of enchanting books. Some of them are really nice, multiple enchants. I hope we're gonna get a lot of use out of them. These are the final chests that I started filling up. These are the mending books which I got so far. These are very powerful books, which I believe are very, very fortunate to get them. Some looting 3, which I was looking for our when we're killing mobs, so we get more drops, and another chest of a lot of books of enchanting. So I must say it's been product of couple of nights while I was AFK. I wasn't doing much stuff past the couple of days, so I was just AFKing in the fish farm. And this is all that we've got. Well, it does say a lot that it's a lot of includes a lot of luck, that if you want something specific, this is not the way to get it. So I'll just keep on getting something to do with the villagers, which is a chance of getting the villager with the right enchant, but as soon as we get him and he's well protected, that's much more likely to keep. And as far as I understood from the fishing, we can get the mending books, but there was specific kind of enchant which I haven't seen dropping. I can't remember which one is it at the moment, but yeah, something very specific what I was hoping to get. I didn't get any, so we'll see in the future how it plays out. So in today's episode I want to start expanding and decorating, making this space more like rooms and spaces that we're gonna be working in. So I was thinking that the first level, I want to start making the first level out of wood, and I didn't want to really continue the stone bricks. I guess we can do it for lower levels, like for dungeon levels or something like that. For now I want to start making this a little more brighter, so probably something like sandstone, I think. Yeah, that's more like it. Make it a bright room to have it a little bit more not dark, since well, not I was thinking about making it some white rooms, but I'll have to see what materials we can find for making white. Iron blocks are not something I would want to make my rooms out of for now. So we'll see how it's gonna play out. The enchant I was trying to remember was Silk Touch. And I think, yeah, I actually got one, but just one out of all of this. I got a few of Mending Box, but only one Silk Touch. And the way I wanted the Silk Touch is so I can mine the stone and not smelt it constantly because it was turning into cobblestone while mining. But yeah, false alarm. I got one Silk Touch, but it's not enough. I was hoping for more. It was one of the books and I kind of overlooked it, I guess. So I actually thought I wasn't getting any Silk Touch. So yeah, Silk Touch is quite rare. As I was going out, I came into this room and noticed the villagers what we're having. So we still have the librarians, the clerics, some smiths, and one butcher. And I think since we're gonna be spending a lot of time here, up here in the overworld, it would be a nice idea to actually make some sugarcane farm somewhere here, so it keeps producing us sugarcane while we're working on the big project. And I think I'm gonna make a quick, simple raw chicken farm since this guy accepts it. So I'm gonna start building and give you some progress update at some point. This is gonna be the base for our sugarcane farm. I've added a lot of chests with hoppers to go down there so they can fill up inside the room. This is the water, and these are the sands. We're gonna be planting the sugarcane here. You can also use soil, as in dirt. Doesn't really matter. There was been a big debate if sugarcane grows on dirt or sand, if it grows faster or better or whatnot, and the results were it doesn't matter. So this is the water gonna be supplying so the sugarcane can grow. And I'm gonna be placing some redstone and mechanisms here, so it's all gonna be harvested automatically. Progress update. These are the pistons and sticky piston with the redstone block, some redstone, a repeater, and basically when there is an update here, it all reacts and it cuts it all down and it goes down in the hoppers and into the chests. So I'm ready to place the sugarcane over here, and every time it grows it gonna get updated. Doesn't matter where it does it, so if I wanna place there, it's gonna update. So this is, and the fences here are just so that it doesn't push it to the other way around. We're gonna have sugarcane from both sides here, and this mechanism here I'm gonna duplicate it over this side, so it's not gonna be exactly mirrored, but let's say rotated, but it's gonna be two exact mechanisms doing exactly the same thing, and we're gonna get ourselves plenty of sugarcane, hopefully. I'm gonna extend this also a little bit until the redstone is functional. I think it's 15 or 16 blocks. We'll see. I'm gonna keep placing redstone, and when it stops lighting up it means it reached its level. And this is the last block that we are able to do. This one already doesn't light up, so it's just 3 more blocks. And by the look of it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 15. So the 16 doesn't work anymore. Alright, 3 extra blocks. We're gonna expand the fence as well, so we don't get these lovely guys running over our shoulders. And gonna complete the other half as well, and already plant the sugarcane and get back to you. Time to gather some sugarcane so we can plant it. Here we go, and this as well. I'm not gonna cut it all completely, so we have some backup, I guess. And let's plant the sugarcane here, all over this. There we go. If I place one on top, it gets automatically cut and collected. So hopefully this is gonna be fast. Yep, it looks fast. So congratulations to us on our sugarcane farm, I guess. And now we're ready to move forward with the chicken farm. So for the chicken farm, we're gonna need a couple of items. We're gonna need a dispenser, which requires a bow, a redstone, and some cobblestone. Dispenser. And then it would require us a comparator, which needs quartz, and we do it like this, similar to repeater, but it compares inputs rather than propagates them. Gonna need one comparator, and let's see how we're gonna lay down the chicken farm. We're gonna be using a 5x5 area. I'm gonna place double chest here. Probably should have made it into the room, but feels like I wanna hit here. So some hoppers going in a line like this, and then other hoppers running inside this. I'm gonna put the dispenser here. That's alright, and hopper on top of it. Now to place some slabs, I'm gonna explain everything what I'm doing in a second. So the idea here is that we're gonna have the dispenser gonna be dispensing the eggs. It's gonna be hatching into chicks here, and as soon as they grow up, their head is gonna be sticking into the water, so they won't be able to breathe, and they're gonna start slowly dying. So that's the idea. I'm gonna show you. And we ran out of glass. Well, doesn't matter. We're gonna get some more. So if I place water here, yeah, that's very convenient. Let me get some glass. Back with the glass. So if I cover this thing up and I put some water over here, you can see that it is flowing. Let me get down and I'll show you exactly. So the thing is, it leaves space here with air, just enough for the chicks to survive, but as soon as the chicken grows, it drowns and everything is gonna be dropped into this chest. And for the second layer, we're gonna be doing almost identical thing, but this layer is gonna be grown-up chickens, which are gonna be laying eggs. That's gonna be dropping into the dispenser and thus getting hatched into chicks down below. So we have an infinite amount of eggs producing on top of it. I've got the top covered and placed a trapdoor so I can throw some eggs in there so they can hatch. Now let's get down to the mechanisms that's gonna be powering our dispenser. As you can hear, that's our sugarcane farm working. And in order to start this, we're gonna place a comparator like this. We're gonna place a block like this, a repeater here, and some redstone here, and one block on top of it. A redstone here, and a block here actually. So this should be dispensing every time we have a neck dropping in. We have a neck here. Let's test this out. Actually, I'm just gonna be placing the egg into the hopper. Hopefully, did it do anything? No? What's wrong with this then? I had the comparator the wrong way. Now it's working, but it's not dispensing the egg. I wonder what I did wrong this time. Is it because it's actually blocking it? Did they make that change that it blocks dispensing? Let me check and I get back to you. I need more eggs for testing. Luckily, our tree farm produces a lot of eggs for us, which is really nice. It's always the simplest things. As you can see, the dispenser is getting the signal that there are items and firing up this comparator and all the circuitry, but it doesn't get the signal back to fire it up. All I've been missing is just a block on top of it. As you can see, it now dispenses eggs, and you can see small chicks are getting produced. Now I have to put the water back in. I've put the water back in. The dispenser released everything else he had, and now I have to do some work manually into hatching some chicks up here so they grow up and lay eggs. I guess I'll have to get all the eggs we have in our tree farm. We've got a few chicken up here. We're gonna wait until they grow up. We have a bunch of testing chicken here. As you can see, they are not drowning, and soon hopefully we're gonna get plenty of raw chicken. And while we were making the chicken farm, our sugar cane farm was already working, and it produced almost a stack, so that's pretty decent. Automatic farms are a bliss. This is really nice. Right, since they are both working, it's time to get to our main event, creating the rooms. I've been experimenting with some sandstone. This is the raw sandstone, how it looks on the wall, how it looks on the floor. This is, how's it called? Chiseled sandstone. To be honest, it looks rather creepy with that face on it. I thought it would be more like of bricks thing, but it's not. On the top it looks exactly the same as the sandstone, and this is smooth sandstone. I think I'm gonna go with smooth sandstone for my walls of the first underground level, because it looks the most neutral compared to the creepy ones, and this looks kinda unpolished. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with this for the whole level. This is what I came up with. I believe it looks rather decent. Just not sure about the wooden separator in the middle. I think I'm gonna remove it because the skylight looks much better from down here rather than just a flat wooden ceiling. So I'm gonna continue doing like this, and catch up with you in a bit. So I kept experimenting, and I think this with the wood looks much nicer rather than the stone. And I also expanded the window by 1 block, and I think it looks more proportional now, more natural, may I say it? Dare I say it? So I think I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna lower those stone bricks as well, and I'm gonna replace all of this. I'm just not sure about if I like this on the bottom, if I like it as a stone, or should I put it like this, like a beam, or leave it like this. Yeah, I think this looks better on the floor rather than just a running beam. Beams looks nice when they are up in the air, but not on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna put this texture on the floor rather than the beam on, so it looks more different. Looks a bit different. So yeah, I think we're finally getting the correct look here. And while I'm meddling about what I like on the wall, I wanna update you guys on that I've made a automatic trash disposal. I use the same mechanism with the eggs in our chicken farm, and when I fish, this all fills with items. I already took a bunch of books from here, and some more books. So I also linked all the chests so they keep filling up from top bottom. And I also added this. When I flick this, it releases the dropper there, it unlocks it. All the items, sorry, hopper. All the items start going through the hopper into the dropper dispenser, and it starts spitting the items onto the cactus. And as soon as they hit the cactus, they get destroyed. I also added this glass so I see that the items are being destroyed and not just random clicking. And if I click this, the items stop emptying into the dispenser, and we can continue fishing without the items automatically being destroyed. Checking on our server after a night of AFK fishing, it looks like we are having an invasion. There is actually a spider in the chicken farm up there. I guess if we run away far away, he's gonna despawn. And this guy, he was a villager. I guess they killed the villager, and now there is a zombie stuck in the boat. Also have, well, these guys are burning down because of the sunrise. And we also have skeleton horses. Now this is a bit intriguing. Is it? Can we ride them? Also looks like we're missing a piece of fence here. Was it an Enderman who picked it up? I have no idea. Probably. I think Enderman can pick they can pick up dirt and wood blocks, but feels like we had a very interesting AFK night while we were AFK. Oh, and the room down there is full of zombies as well. And here we are. I will consider this grand room complete. Oh, apart from some dirt blocks. My bad. So what I wanna do here is make the grand villager trading hall. So I've made it vast and beautiful. I really enjoyed playing with the wood colors. I made staircase so I can get upstairs. I've put a lot of protecting so you can't jump off. This is meant to be, all of those four meant to be double doors at some point when we make the outer perimeter a little bit more polished. So far this is the only double door on this floor. And I also played a little bit with decorating and lighting, and I'm pretty happy with how this came out to be. As you can see, I haven't really finished that thing there, and this is all work in progress. I was experimenting with rather this flat or rather this lowered, and I enjoy this lowered more because it gives me the opportunity of making some layers and playing with levels. Yeah, this small hill will be gone at some point. It's in the future plans. And this is how the grand hall, the villager grand hall, will be. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Drop me a like if you liked what you saw, what I'm doing. Subscribe if you wanna see more. And until next time, bye bye.